what limited run games, Nintendo Switch 2 physical games I would love to see. I'm Auckland. If you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button, like button, also share with friends if you don't mind. Also, please comment, ask me a question, or comment in general. I'll do my best to answer them. Also, if you don't mind, hit the notification bell down below, and you will be notified to go live or upload another video. If you want to become a fan of me, Auckland, then subscribe to the channel, and you will become a fan. I hope so. I really, really do. Now, we're going to have a bit of fun with this video, but I'm not going to go too crazy. I'm going to go on the more of the logical side of games that I picked out that makes more sense to receive physical copies. Some games you'll hear that hasn't been announced for Switch 2 yet, but makes sense to be on Switch 2, but hopefully they will be announced. And some games that have been announced, but haven't gotten their physical copy yet, and maybe a limited run can do them. So let's have some fun with this video. If you didn't know already, depends on the timing of the future about when you watch this video in the future. The Limited Run Games has done their first numbered Nintendo Switch 2 physical game. High on Life Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. And with the Nintendo Switch 2 editions, you got the Switch 1 copy and the Switch 2 copy on the cartridge. So you can play this on both Switch 1 and Switch 2. And this is a proper physical game for Switch 2. And with this version, it comes with a manual, and that's what Limited Run is known for doing. Is doing manuals, and this closes on March 1st for the pre-order. So like I said, depends on in the future about when some of y'all watch this video. This pre-order won't be available anymore. Depends on when you watch it. But thanks to Video Games Plus, VGP, there it is right there. It's an amazing Canada site. If you're here in the US, you go over to this icon, you scroll up to USD, and it'll change all the prices from the Canadian price to US prices if you're here in the US, and they also got other icons in here for everybody else, like Mexico, Australian, British, Europe, and all that stuff is also here as well too. So they do international shipping on VGP. And with every single order that you make, you get points. And then you can go over to this icon on this side. You can click on it. And then you have to get 4,000 points. And then you can get $5 off on your next order. And then you can save them up. And then you can get up to $10 off. Because I've done it before myself. So that'll be 8,000 points for that. But yeah, VGP, Video Games Plus, is an amazing Canada site. With every single order that you make with them, you get points. And you can use those points to save money on your next purchase. It's an amazing, amazing site. It really is. It's so awesome. Because they get all of the previously released Limited Run games. Because here's one of them right here. Shinobi, Art of Vengeance, which was done by Limited Run Games. They also have this category on their site that says Limited Run. You can click on that category, and it'll take you directly to all of the Limited Run physical games that they have available on the site. Old and new releases. They get them all. As it's showing right now, it's showing the Canadian price, and then it just changed to USD. But yeah, they carry all of the previously released Limited Run titles, and they'll also get all of the new ones that Limited Run has on their site as of right now, including the Switch 2 edition of High on Life. They will get it eventually. It just takes time. Just wanted to go into detail for everybody who doesn't know about VGP and Video Games Plus. It's an amazing site. Now on to the main portion of the video. Now the first two games I'm going to be talking about is I'm going to show them off back to back. Limited Run did the physical copies of these games for Switch and PS5. The first one is Tomba Special Edition. Now, they also did the second one as well too, but it hasn't shipped out yet, and I haven't received my copy for Switch yet. And I also got the PS5 copy. But on to what I'm talking about is, hope you can see it in the eShop. They have Tomba Special Edition with the red label up there on top, so you can see it's the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Tomba. And they also got the Switch 2 version of Tomba 2 as well also. The point I'm trying to get across is, the big possibility, I would not be shocked if Limited Run decides to do a physical copy of Tomba 1 and 2 for Nintendo Switch 2. I would not be surprised if they decide to do a physical copy of both of them for Switch 2. But you don't have to pick them up if you don't want to. It's just for like Switch 2 collectors. But as of right now, those physical copies have not happened. Like I said, we're going to have fun in this video. But the Switch 1 physical copies and the PS5 copies of both games did happen. Tomba 1 is on VGP, Video Games Plus. Hope you can see it on the site. There it is on VGP, Tomba 1. They also have it for PS5 as well too. See, there's the PS5 copy. And they also got the Classic Edition, which was also done by Limited Run. But yeah, and Hitman Blood Money got a Nintendo Switch physical copy done by Limited Run Games, which I do have that also. As I had previously mentioned, VGP gets all of the previously released Limited Run games. So that's Tomba right there. You can order it if you haven't gotten it yet. So yeah, that would be a Switch 2 physical copy I could see Limited Run doing, and I wouldn't mind seeing that happen. Would I pick them up? Who knows? But I would love to see it though. Because they're digital in the eShop, and I'll rather see the physical copies because I'm into buying physical games. And of course, of each of these games, I'm going to show off gameplay. So you're seeing here is the gameplay of Tomba 1 Special Edition. So if this is a game that you would be interested in, this is an old school retro game back from the PlayStation 1 days. And these physical copies on PS1 are very expensive on eBay. Very expensive. So the cheapest way to get these games physically is by Limited Run Games. Like I said, VGP carries them all. They will get them all in at some point in time. It just takes time. And while we're already at it, this is Tomba 2 as well too, so you can see the gameplay for it as well also. It's pretty much the same way as the first one, except it's Tomba 2. Now this one has some more extra mechanics added to the gameplay that's not in the first one. Some of the areas are more opened up, like a RPG style of game and stuff, but it pretty much is Tomba 1, except it's Tomba 2. So you can expect some of the same stuff from the first game, but also new stuff added into this second game. So I can't wait to receive my physical copy of Tomba 2 in the mail from Limited Run, and VGP will get it. So if you missed out on it, I did my video on it. If you missed out on the pre-order, VGP will get the physical copy. But I would not be surprised to see Limited Run do Nintendo Switch 2 physical copies of these games. I wouldn't be surprised. And I would love to see it. Now this is the most rarest and most expensive physical Switch game that you can ever buy. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. See, as you see the prices, they're rising and getting more and more expensive as you scroll on eBay. It's ridiculous. This was a situation where this is at the very beginning of Limited Run making physical games. And so this was a very early title that they made. They didn't make as many copies as they have nowadays. Because Limited Run was a different company back in the day. You had to literally make a phone call in order to order your games back on Limited Run back in the day. And this became one of those physical games that became very, very expensive, sadly. And this is one of the best Shantae games I've ever played. I beat this game. I have it digitally downloaded on Nintendo Switch. I do download games every once in a while. I'm not a huge fan of downloading games because I would rather have my games physically as much as possible. But for a reason like this, I wanted to play it on Switch, so I did download it. It was very, very cheap. It was like $2 or $3. It's very, very cheap. But I do have this game physically on PS5. And I'm telling you what, this is an awesome Shantae game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was so good and so different compared to the other entries in the series. It was really, really pirate themed with all the weapons and all of the abilities that you get in this game were all pirate themed, and it was an awesome game. I thoroughly enjoyed this game so much. See, I do own a PS5 physical copy, thanks to Limited Run Games. I've done this one as well too. You can see the number on the back. This was done by Limited Run. But the point I'm trying to get across is I would love to see this game come back with Limited Run, and for a Nintendo Switch 2 physical copy to happen with Limited Run. I would love to see it. Because I would love to get this game on Switch so I can complete the set. I've got all the Shantae games on Switch and PS5 physically. I got 6 of them on PS5. I've got the whole set. And I got 5 on Switch. So I'm missing one in that one that I'm missing. So I would love to see Limited Run bring this game back as a physical copy on Switch 2. I would love to see it. Love to see it. Because that would be so awesome to see it. I've seen people online joke about this. It's haters online that hate Limited Run. I completely get it. They're not a perfect company, but I support them for the physical games. But people online have been joking, oh, Limited Run's going to probably make all the Shantae games, port them over to Switch 2 and make physical copies. And they'll put LOL, you know, because they're laughing about it because they think it's funny. But for a instance like this, that'll be awesome to see. A Switch 2 physical copy of Shantae and the Pirate's Curse happen. I hope it does. I would love to see it. Now, this game has been confirmed to coming to Nintendo Switch 2 and also PS5 as well too. I'll go ahead and mention that as well also. This is South of Midnight. As of right now, this game has no physical copy, period, at all. I would love to see Limited Run do a physical copy for Nintendo Switch. I would love to see that happen. I hope it happens for real, because the gigabytes on this game, I think I read it online, it was about 32 or 33 gigabytes. So that could easily fit on a proper Switch 2 cartridge. No problem. I hope it happens. I would love to see it. And hopefully it can get a physical copy on PS5 and also Xbox Series X, because this started off as an Xbox exclusive Series X game. Then it came over to PS5 and also Nintendo Switch. Depending on the timing of when you see this video, this game releases in the spring. We have no release date as of that. All we got is spring 2026. This game is coming to PS5 and Nintendo Switch. I'd love to see a physical copy of this done by Limited Run Games. I hope it happens too, because I would love a South of Midnight physical copy on Switch 2. I would love to see that. I hope it happens. I've been so excited for this game. I want it so badly. I didn't get to get in any gameplay, so now you can see the gameplay now. Because what you saw earlier was just cutscenes, and this is gameplay right here that you're seeing right here. This game looks incredible. I'm so excited to play it on Switch 2. I know Limited Run probably doesn't watch my videos, but in case they do, please do a physical copy. I would so buy it for Switch 2. On to the next game. Next game is Tomb Raider Definitive Edition on Nintendo Switch 2. It also got released on Nintendo Switch 1, but I want the Switch 2 physical copy to happen. Now, this is not crazy to think about. What I'm trying to say is Aspyr is the company that ported this game over. Aspyr has teamed up with Limited Run Games several times in the past. They did it with the Legacy of Kain 1 and 2 Remastered collection. They did it for Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered, 4 through 6 Remastered. I don't remember what else. But so, this wouldn't be crazy to think about. Aspyr has teamed up with Limited Run Games before. So I'm hoping that they will do it again and give us a physical copy of this game on Nintendo Switch 2 from Limited Run Games. I would love to see it. Hope you can see it okay, because the Nintendo Switch 2 version is pretty much 28 gigabytes to download it. So yeah, I did download the game, but I would double dip, as they say. I would double dip and I would buy a physical copy of this game. But I bought it because it was on sale, and I also bought it and downloaded it for content for YouTube, because I did a review on it. And I've beaten this game all the way through on Switch 2. Thoroughly enjoyed it so much, and I've been thinking about playing it again. Love this game so much. I want to see a physical copy happen with Limited Run Games. I hope it happens for real. And same thing for Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I want to see them come to Switch 2 also. And physical copies. I hope that happens. Just to prove my point about what I was talking about, is the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered physical copy. And you see Aspyr down in the corner. Same goes for Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered. And 4 through 6 Remastered as well also. So it's not really out of the realm of possibilities of it happening, because Limited Run has done it before. So I'm really hoping that Tomb Raider Definitive Edition gets a physical copy on Switch 2. I would love to see it, and I hope Limited Run does it. And it should be a proper physical game. It should be, no problem. Next game is Pseudo51's brand new game. Romeo is a Dead Man is the title of this game. Now, as of right now, this game has not been released yet digitally. It gets released pretty soon, actually. I think it's like February 11th, February 12th. I don't remember exactly. But Pseudo51 has teamed up with Limited Run Games before and done a physical copy of some games before. Yeah, there's a release date. So February 11th is when it releases digitally. Hopefully you can see it okay. And there's people online, hopefully you can see the comment, that are asking for a Romeo is Dead Man physical copy. People are already asking for a physical copy on Twitter. So hopefully it does happen. And here's another Twitter post by them talking about the game. A physical release has not been confirmed yet. Fans are excited, but noted the busy release window. So yeah, Romeo is a Dead Man. So hopefully, and the game is 33 gigabytes. And hopefully you can see it right here. Romeo is a Dead Man, the new third-person action game from Grasshopper manufacturer, which is Pseudo51, launches February 11th on PS5 and Xbox Series X and PC. While a Switch 2 version isn't official yet, Pseudo51 confirmed they are actively testing it and strongly want to release it on the platform. So I hope it happens, because they have teamed up with Limited Run before to do a physical copy of Shadow of the Damned. It only got a PS5 physical copy only, sadly. And Lollipop Chainsaw Repop for PS5, Switch, Xbox Series X, and is also getting a Switch 2 Japanese import physical copy which supports English for Switch 2, and it's available on VGP if you want to order it for Switch 2. So just to prove my point, there it is for Switch 2, and it's on VGP, so you can order it now. It's multi-language, it's a Japanese import, and it supports English, and it's a proper physical game because it's a Switch 2 edition game. And a Switch 2 edition game is always a proper physical game on Switch 2. So it looks like Romeo is a Dead Man is not out of the realm of a possibility of a physical copy happening for Switch 2. I hope it happens. I hope it comes to Switch 2, and I hope they can team up with Limited Run Games again and do a physical copy on Switch 2. I would love to see it. So excited for that game. It looks incredible. Next, I would love to see some indie titles from Limited Run Games to get Switch 2 physical copies. They have done tons and tons and tons of indie games. And I'm hoping that Limited Run will do some more indie titles and release them as physical copies on Switch 2. Now, I don't have any gameplay right now for some indie titles, but Shantae is pretty much considered a indie title. But I would love to see some indie titles get switched to physical copies with Limited Run Games. I would love to see it because I do love to enjoy and playing some indie titles, because Yooka-Ree is an indie title, and I've been really thoroughly enjoying playing it on Switch 2, and they got a proper Switch 2 physical release. So I do love me some indie games. So I hope to see Limited Run to make some more physical games of indie games, but for Switch 2 physicals. Doom the Dark Ages. I would love to see, as of right now, this has not been confirmed on Switch 2. Not yet, anyways. But it would make perfect sense for this game to come over to Nintendo Switch 2, because the Switch 2 supports 4K, 60 frames, and also certain Switch 2 games in handheld mode will support up to 120 frames for certain games. So the Switch 2 is definitely capable of running Doom the Dark Ages. Hopefully it gets announced for Switch 2, and hopefully Limited Run can do a physical copy. Because it's not out of the realm of a possibility of Limited Run that could do it, because they've done it before. This is Doom 1 and 2 for Xbox Series X. This was done by Limited Run Games. Hope you can see it on the back. So, Limited Run has teamed up with Bethesda before. Doom Eternal Switch physical copy done by Limited Run Games. It's a numbered release, so you can see the number on the back. Limited Run did a physical copy for Switch. Same goes for Doom 64. And also Doom the Classics Collection with Limited Run Games. So now all we're waiting on is Nintendo and Bethesda to announce Doom the Dark Ages on Switch 2. And then Limited Run needs to do the physical copy. Because I don't want to see this game, if possible, get released at retail and it ends up being a darn game key. I hope that doesn't happen. I would love to see Limited Run Games take this game if it gets announced for Switch 2. And I would love to see them do a physical copy on Switch 2. It's not out of the realm of possibilities of happening. I would love to see it. This next one is Layers of Fear, the Final Masterpiece Edition. As you can see, the red band, this is a Nintendo Switch 2 version of Layers of Fear. And if you didn't know this, Layers of Fear got a PS5 physical copy done thanks to Limited Run Games. Hope you can see the Limited Run Games logo right there. There it is. Limited Run did the physical copy on PS5. So I don't see why they can't do a Switch 2 physical copy. I would love to see it. And here we are with the Nintendo Switch 2 trailer for the game. I would love to see Limited Run Games make a physical copy of this. I don't see why that would not happen because they've done it before, as you saw with the PS5 physical copy. So, yeah, I don't see why they couldn't do a Switch 2 physical copy. I don't see why not. I would love to see it. I would definitely order it for sure. It would be so sick to see physical copies of all of these games in this video with limited run games as proper physical games. I would love to see it. It would be so sick and so awesome to see it. Now, this has not been announced for Switch 2 yet. Hi-Fi Rush. I would love to see this come to Nintendo Switch 2. And it would make perfect sense for this game to be on Switch 2. Because, I don't know if you can see it or not. Pause the video if you can. Hi-Fi Rush was previously rated for Switch 2. And there was even a Switch t-shirt design found somewhere or something back when it left Xbox exclusively the first time. So the Switch t-shirt was found. And since then, the IP has been required by the company that made, what's the game called? PUBG. That's the gaming company right there that saved Hi-Fi Rush because Xbox fired them. And then Hi-Fi Rush got saved and all that stuff. But as of right now, it's not available on Switch 2 as of right now. But hopefully it will. Because this article right here is by Nintendo Life. Hi-Fi Rush has been rated for the Nintendo Switch again. So it's been rated at least twice for Nintendo Switch. And here's proof of it right here from this picture. Hopefully you can see it. There's a Switch logo right here. It was rated on January 15th, 2026. So last month it got rated for Nintendo Switch. It doesn't specify Switch 2 as we think it would really flourish with the added power, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility of Hi-Fi Rush coming over to Nintendo Switch 2. It would be very fitting on Switch 2, and as you saw, it has been rated twice for Nintendo Switch. And there was a leak of a Switch logo t-shirt. So now we're just waiting on Nintendo to announce the game on Switch 2. I hope it happens. And Limited Run did the physical copy for PS5 and Xbox Series X. As you saw it, you can order the physical copy now. If you miss out, VGP will get it. And hopefully it will come to Switch 2. And hopefully Limited Run can do the physical copy for Switch 2. It's a rhythm-based action-adventure game. Hi-Fi Rush looks amazing. I'm so happy a physical copy happened. So happy about that, thanks to Limited Run Games. But I would love to see this game come to Switch 2. And they do a physical copy on Switch 2. I would love to see it. I hope it happens. Love to see it. But at least we got a physical copy on Xbox Series X and PS5. But hopefully it comes to Switch 2 also. Next game is Hellblade 1. Was released on Nintendo Switch 1. It's in the eShop right here. So there's your proof for it. And Limited Run has already came out and confirmed. We're just waiting on more details for Hellblade 1 and Hellblade 2 getting a physical copy. Now, Hellblade 1 got a physical copy on PS4 and Xbox, but they had announced that they're going to do a physical copy of Hellblade 1 on Nintendo Switch. Hopefully you can see it. Pause it if you need to. And Hellblade 2 will also be available on PS5 and Xbox Series X. There's no release date for these physical editions yet, but it has been rated on Walmart. And also right here with the second entry just announced for PS5, the Hellblade franchise will be also be getting these 3 physical editions by Limited Run Games. So it's already been announced. And here's another article covering about it, just to get my point across. Limited Run Games. So since Hellblade 1 came to Nintendo Switch, and the Switch 2 is capable of doing 4K, 60 frames, and all that stuff, I don't see why not. The company could also port over Hellblade 2 on Nintendo Switch 2. Hasn't been announced yet, but I would love to see it. And if the Switch 2 version does happen of Hellblade 2 by Nintendo, hopefully they will announce it. And hopefully Limited Run can do a physical copy of it for Switch 2, for Hellblade 2. But what you're seeing right here is Hellblade 1 from Nintendo themselves. This is the trailer for Nintendo of Hellblade 1. And on to Hellblade 2 right here. So yeah, I would love to see it. Hopefully this gets announced for Nintendo Switch 2. Hopefully. And hopefully, since Limited Run is already announced the Switch copy of the first game getting a physical, and Hellblade 2 getting a physical for PS5 and Xbox Series X. Awesome to see it. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to order that. But hopefully this gets announced for Switch 2, because the Switch 2 is capable of it. It just depends on the company. But if it gets announced for Switch 2, I would love to see Limited Run Games also do a physical copy for Switch 2 also. So I don't think I was too crazy. I think I was pretty reasonable, in my opinion, of what Limited Run Games Switch 2 physical copy, what LRG Switch 2 physical games I would love to see from Limited Run Games. Please let me know down in the comments if y'all enjoyed this video. And would y'all love to see physical copies of these games also on Switch 2? I would love to know down in the comments. I enjoyed filming this video. I had a lot of fun. I would love to see all of this happen. I really would. Question is, will it? Who knows? Love to see it though. Hope it does. Only time will tell. But I hope it does. I would love to see it.